Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Karmic Creations, Crystals and Tarot. It's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. Actually, I think it's been about 6 weeks and it's good to be back. The last 6 weeks have been a little bit chaotic in my life and I have not really had the chance to sit down, do some tarot, do some crystal talk. But here I am, I'm back. So it's good to see everybody. I hope you're glad to be back with me. I hope you're watching this video. Today's stone that we're going to talk about is Angelite, which is a very fitting stone for the craziness that's been going on in my life the past 6 weeks. Also, if you follow me, you know that every time I do the tarot readings, that Three of Swords comes up, and I always talk about how much I hate that card. But hopefully it's not going to come up anymore because I have figured out why it was coming up and it's something that we're dealing with right now. Also, excuse the 80s hair. Got a lot of humidity going on where I live right now. It is super, super hot. So the beach waves are the way it's going to go right now. Anyway, before I start telling you all about this amazing stone, I want to take a minute or a few seconds anyway to remind you that crystals are not something to be used in lieu of medical treatment. If there is something wrong with you, get yourself to a doctor. Don't think you can hold a crystal to your head and be like, I'm healed, I'm all better. It's not how the world works. Crystals do have their own vibrational energy. They will balance the vibrations in your body. They will make you feel better. But if there is something seriously physically wrong with you, go to a doctor. Get the help that you need. If there's something psychologically wrong with you, yes, the crystals are going to help. But if you're having bad thoughts, go get yourself checked out. Go to a doctor. Make it better. So here we go. Let's talk about Angelite. Angelite is this beautiful blue stone. This side is more of its raw form. Polished, raw. You can see the colors inside of it. It's kind of wild looking. Angelite is one of my favorite stones. I actually wear Angelite every single day in bracelet form. Right here on this bracelet. This is Angelite, sodalite, and rose quartz on that bracelet. And it's a bracelet that I wear in memory of my dad. I know that my dad's my guardian angel, so I wear Angelite every day to keep him close to me. The Angelite stone, like you hear in its name, it's about guardian angels. It's about keeping your angels close. It's about staying protected. It is about communicating with your angels, getting messages from the other side. So if we're going to talk about chakras first, Angelite is a stone that is for your throat, it's for your third eye, and it's for your crown. Those are the focus of Angelite. As far as your crown and your third eye, let's talk about that one first. Angelite is your connection to the other side. It is your connection to spirit. It is your connection to your guardian angels. So that's the crown part. If we talk about your third eye, Angelite allows you to receive messages from the other side, messages from your angels. It helps you boost your intuition. Those intuitive messages that you're getting are messages from your angels, ways to keep yourself safe, ways to guide you. And I think it's so important to remember that there is so much more to this world than just us. There is life that goes on after death. There are our spirit guides, there are guardian angels, there are our regular angels. And those spirits, they want to communicate. And if you open yourself up, you can get messages from them. Angelite is a way to open yourself up. Angelite's a very helpful stone to have when you're meditating. Hold the stone or have it near you when you're meditating and ask your angels for guidance, and they will give you that guidance. I know a lot of people have a hard time meditating. They have a hard time hearing messages from the other side. So one thing that I like to do, I'm one of those people that has a hard time meditating, and anytime I try to meditate, I fall sound asleep. So what's the point, right? I mean, you get a good sleep, but it's not really serving the purpose it's supposed to. So what I do is I keep Angelite close to my bed at night, and when I go to sleep, I ask for messages from the other side. And the majority of the time I get those messages in my sleep, and I remember them, the dreams, in the morning. So it's kind of a different way for me to get messages, but it works for me. So I told you that Angelite is a stone that is your crown, your third eye, and your throat. The reason the throat chakra comes in is this is a very calming stone. It is a stone that brings you serenity. It brings you peace at the same time as bringing you guidance. So the throat chakra is affected by Angelite because as you're speaking, it allows you to communicate in a calm and clear way. It also allows you to communicate the messages that you are receiving from the other side. So Angelite is one of those stones that crosses over the chakras, and it's an important stone if you're trying to find that peace and calm, if you're trying to find that natural protection, if you're trying to find that connection with your angels or that connection with someone who's passed away and crossed over to the other side. So Angelite is a wonderful stone for all of those things. It is a stone that, like I said, I wear it for my dad. I wear this stone for protection. I always feel like if I have my Angelite on or my Angelite near me, I'm a little bit safer. So it's a stone I also like to have in my car when I'm driving, especially if I'm driving long distances. And it's a stone that is going to keep those angels surrounding you. It's a way to call them close when you need them. And that's another thing that I think that people don't realize. Angelite is a good stone to have if you want a sign from the other side. If you are not necessarily believing that there is more to life than just you, more to life than just the here and now, hold a piece of Angelite, ask your angels for a sign, and be specific with what you want. To give you an example, my dad passed away 10 years now. It's been 10 years. And after he died, I went through some really hard times. I went through some really big changes in my life that have turned out to be really positive changes, but at the time they were hard. So I would always see cardinals after my grandma passed, and then after my stepdad and my dad passed, I would see cardinals. And there was one day that I had a piece of Angelite in my hand, and I was sitting on my front porch and I was crying because it was a tough time and I was being a big baby, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to cry. And a cardinal flew right across my face, and it was so close I could feel the air from the wings. And it made me mad because I felt like I didn't know for sure that it was my dad, and I needed him close, and he was gone. So I said, Dad, I am so tired of your freaking red cardinals that you send to me all the time, or maybe it's not you, I don't know. So send me something different. And I told him I wanted him to send me a bright blue cardinal. Not a bluebird, not a blue jay. I wanted a bright blue cardinal. And I told him, if you're close, you'll do it. And if you're not, then I don't believe in any of it anymore. So that was my little hissy fit that I had in my conversation with my ghost dad. And I let it go. And maybe half an hour later, my best friend picked me up and we started driving down the road. And in the middle of the road we saw this brilliant blue fly across the car and land in the middle of the road. So we're both like, what the heck is that? And we stopped and we looked closer, and it was a bright blue cardinal. And it's actually called an indigo bunting, which I didn't know until I Googled it and looked up what it was. But my point is, I was specific in asking for a sign from my angel, and he gave it to me, and he gave it to me specifically. So if you are looking for a sign from the other side to kind of boost your belief, hold a piece of Angelite in your hand, call on your angels, and tell them exactly what you want to see, and they will send it to you. And it'll just restore your faith a little bit. And that's what I think Angelite does. Angelite's a stone that restores your faith. Restores your faith that there's more to life than just us. And I think that's so important that we all have that connection and we all have that little bit of faith. So to wrap this part up, Angelite, throat, third eye, crown, connection to spirit, builds your intuition, allows you to speak your intuitive thoughts, keeps your guardian angels close, and keeps you protected. So now, get yourself a piece of Angelite. You won't regret it. And now on to the next portion of Karmic Creations, Crystals, and Tarot, the tarot cards. So here we go. Okay, now, tarot time. Karmic Creations, Crystals, and Tarot. Tarot time. If you notice, I'm using a different tarot deck today. I traditionally do not use the Rider-Waite deck when I read tarot. I know it's the holy grail of tarot. I know that it is the deck that everything else is based off of. But I wasn't feeling the Rider-Waite today. So because I'm not feeling the Rider-Waite today, I'm going to use this deck. This deck is called the Gilded Tarot. And this was actually the first tarot deck I bought 13 years ago now. So that's how long I've had to be reading tarot. So I'm going to shuffle like I always do. We're going to make this a little bit quick, see how it comes out. Of course, I can't make it too quick if the deck does not want me to be done shuffling. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And I'm really hoping, if you watched my other segment with Angelite, the crystal, I'm hoping that the Three of Swords does not come up again, because I think we figured out why it was coming up. It wasn't meant for me. It's meant for a family member. And now they're dealing with some crap, but they're getting through it, and that's all that matters. So now I'm going to do one more shuffle of the cards, and hopefully that will be enough, because it is starting to stick. If you look. All right, here we go. 3 piles. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put them back in any order. And we have a jumper. I'm going to take the jumper out, and we'll look at that one first. So the jumper is the Page of Pentacles. We'll talk about that one in a minute. I'm going to set this here to the side. Top of the deck is the Death card. Does that kind of make you nervous? Because it shouldn't. The Death card is actually one of the most positive cards in the tarot. The Death card represents new beginnings. This is a card that means that it's okay to make huge changes in your life, or accept huge changes that are being made for you, because you have to have change to start over again. And that's what this card is all about. This card is about starting over. It's about building up amazing new things, experiencing amazing new experiences. So this card is a great, great card to find in the tarot deck. Doesn't mean you're going to die. It means that you're going to start living again. How awesome is that, right? So I said that we were going to talk about the Page of Pentacles also. So we've got the Page of Pentacles and we have the Death card, and they came up together. The Page of Pentacles is what I call a jumper card, and it means it just kind of jumped from the deck when I was doing my shuffling. So when these two cards are together, it shows that the Death card is paving the way for new beginnings, new life opportunities, new ways to make money, new ways to excel. So the combination of these two cards together represents an amazing new beginning that is going to bring you nothing but happiness and abundance. And that is it for tarot time. If you have not followed Karmic Creations, Crystals, and Tarot yet, give us a like, subscribe, and follow us for more content. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.